Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack, and well, yesterday we had this headline. Yoko Taro is actually very based in what he says. In this case, yeah, he knows. He knows what the fuck is going on with all of this fucking shit show with the payment processors. But before jumping into rantings and explanations, let's read what we have here. This is from Bounding into Comics. Nier creator Yoko Taro voices concern over rise in credit card companies refusing to handle adult content. If they have control of the clearinghouse, they can even use it to control speech in other countries. Exactly. Because if you can't do business with what you want to create, like in fiction media, you know how hard on are slapping in anime and manga in Japan, just like what happened with Ken Akamatsu. And in this article, it actually explains this. Ever to advocate for freedom of expressions, particularly of the risque variety, Drakengard and Nier series creator Yoko Taro has admitted to feeling more than a little uncomfortable with the potential threat to free speech posed by credit card companies' growing refusal to process payments for adult content, and just not adult content, manga in general. So just because it has a lolly and it shows something of fan service, even for standards of ages, depending on how it is with Japan, they still want that ban because those fucking payment processors, PayPal, Visa, Mastercards, all of them got so very fucking powerful. And let's not forget, in the past, it has been like this with these payment processors cracking down on Japan only because they don't want competition. But again, even I have to say, part of blame is also the Japanese government for allowing this and not defending their own national businesses. Just like what happened with PayPal, with that indie developer from Japan that wanted to create a 18 plus eroji, but since PayPal has no problem whatsoever with far worse content or far more nefarious transactions, they attacked this guy by taking away his fundraising that he was hosting on PayPal. They were claiming it's cheese pizza. I'm just like, are you fucking serious? And they never got his money back. How many times PayPal have done that shit? Well, let's continue. Taro spoke out against this rising phenomena on November 5th via his personal Twitter account. His via his personal Twitter account, his mind instantly turned to subject thanks to the recent news that the publicly accessible out-of-print manga archive Manga Library C will be shutting down after various credit card companies dropped them as a client due to their hosting of various erotic comics. And what's interesting in all of this, just like we are saying with the fucking Japanese government actually being colluded, well, I'm going to say is actually colluded at this point because JCB pull out their service from Manga C. And this is what he said. Credit card payment companies are refusing to set payments for legal adult content. Unlawful regulations have been implemented by publishing and other areas before, but I feel that the level of danger is on a different level. When payment companies, which involved in the entire distribution infrastructure, yes, that's true, they have so much fucking power, are able to make such a decisions at their own discretions. And not even is their fucking discretions, they are this fucking Visa Mastercard. They are from fucking California. Of course, they are going to show bias because they have the same fucking leftards that have been ruined all over this election. That we have ranted all over the internet, but now we are just laughing at them. Because those fuckers are the main responsible of all of this. They are the ones that are attacking manga. Oh, but the Tradcocks, the right wings. Who is the one that did the most damage? The fucking left. You can clearly have your own biases towards one political side, but let's face it, the ones that did the most damage to anime and manga through this level and it shows is the fucking left. Those are the ones that over anime drowns, that they are cheese pizza. Oh my lolly, But you know what they do? They don't have problems with Western companies hosting shows like fucking Beat Mouth. What the fuck is that ugly ass shit? Fictional kids talking about sexuality and exploration of their bodies. But you have problem with a cute anime girl displaying some cleavage and flashing their patsu when they are just in an action sequence scenes. Seriously, this is what I'm saying with th- these fucking colonialists from the West, or in this case, it's the US. It's the US doing this to Japan. They need to stop, but again, if the government are not going to help them, this is going to be game over. And manga, see, they did the things right, despite that they are shutting down. They did the right thing, holding the line and dying with things, protecting their honor. Why I'm saying this? Because if they bended the knee and they removed content just as these fucking censorious pieces of shit of those payment processors were dictating to them, it will send a message to their public. It will actually screw up Gen Akamatsu career as a whole, politically and in the entertainment media, because it's like saying you're bending the knee and you're going to stand censored is like putting yourself behind enemy lines, which is are the one that's screwing on Japan. And then let's not fool ourselves. This already is just at the one reaching point. If manga gets the same way as anime, which is now censored, and more shows are far more censorious than the previous years, or even I already ranted about how Capcom, Squeenix, Bandai Namco, Koei Tecmo, Sega, all of those pieces of shit. Well, they are pieces of shit now nowadays because they bended the knee. They censor it now for my globalism because they're sucking that rock dicks to receive that ESG money. And look what's happening. China and South Korea are taking their lunch by giving what people want. Even with gacha video games. Look what even Fate Grand Order is not even an excuse to use it to as a but Japan still has a gacha game that gives fan service. Tell me other one apart from Fate Grand Order that's coming from Japan that is actually going far and beyond. And I don't think Action Titan is a good sample because right now there is Horizon Walker in South Korea that shows nipples. You have Nikkei with the writing that they are not holding back. Or even a gacha game like Nikkei that has so many good mini games that actually delivers far more entertainment to me when I play them than for what I paid on the last 4 years. But anyway, let's continue because Yoko Taro, it doesn't end here. Proceeding to head off those bad faith critics who would dismiss his concert as being rooted in nothing more than perversion, because again, they want to play my morality. It's hilarious how even the fucking leftards they were reading about the right using the fucking moral compass and all that shit, and they aren't doing that now nowadays since they had more power over the last years, and now since they are losing ground, they still playing it because they know some companies are going to bend to them. But well, I'm just even ranting far more than I'm reading this. Let's continue. Taro will appear in a follow-up tweet that his personal position was actually born out of fear that such a power structure could eventually have very real consequences for people worldwide. I get the sense that this is not just a matter of adult regulations or freedom of expression. Well, it's a matter of also adult regulations. Even I have said this. Fucking parents that they do not care about their kids. When those kids that they are just roaming free on the internet and they are on Twitter or X, they found a not safe for work artist and they are just keep following or spamming shit, and the parents eventually catch on too late, and instead of actually reprimanding the kid, giving proper correction. And I'm not making a blue archive meme here. It's proper corrections to their kids for, hey, you are not allowed to see this. Or, or even if they eventually found out, we need to, at least parents need to give their proper explanation about adult content and what should be allowed to see and what not according to their age. But no, what do these fucking shitty parents do? They call out the government. They demand government overreach because about aside almost for the fucking lefters, the shitty parents that they don't do proper parenting are the ones that also are the useful idiots of the fucking government fascist overreach. Like this, they are subduing a whole country. And he affirmed, but a security hole for a democracy as a whole. Yeah, imagine if since we're talking about entertainment, you want me to give you another example apart of all of this hentai, 18 plus manga, doujinshis, erojis, video games with 18 plus content. Imagine it will not end there. Even to actually access to something or sell something, whatever, even if it's not something related to entertainment. Even if I will give you an example with how fucking broken the market repair for computers or cars. In my end, that this fucking payment processor shouldn't say to one of those companies, since we are just committing to the 2030 globalist agenda, we will not allow you to host our services to get money if you keep selling this stuff. It always escalates. It's just with these steps, it, it always head to the same path, total control. And let's continue. As noted above, Taro does not specify what specific events or persons prompted these tweets, given their timing. It's almost certain that the affectionate shuttering of manga literacy was at the forefront of his mind when he brought them. For a recap of the situation provided by manga literacy founder and love Hina mangaka Ken Nakamatsu, the direct cause of the site to shut down this time was that the payment agency notified us that it was terminating the entire payment services, including payment methods other than credit card payment. All credit card companies, including JCB, the Japanese credit bureau, suddenly became unusable, and all other payment methods except Bitcash also became unavailable. And even if they have this one Bitcash, not many can use that, or it's not actually accessible. It's because honestly, I'm not going to say I don't know Bitcash, I don't know it, but I can think of because I know other type of payment processors in my country that get in somehow fucking difficult to use. Well, at least I have to give prompts that at least there is some payment processors that don't involve credit card companies. But sure, people love to get in depth with those credit cards. He said, in addition, even the payment for the month that had already passed out was withheld. So even the money they receive, they are holding that. They are taking that money away. Look how fucking disgusting these payment processors are. Even JCB. They are colluded. And since the premium membership fee for that period and the future ones was no longer coming in at all, we found ourselves in a situation where we could not even pay for the server. Yeah, because even you have to use a credit card to your name to host it in your server, and they're taking that away for you. Even you're not getting money, but you want to keep the service alive. They can naturally fuck you up. Again, that's the kind of overreach they have. And the manga library management staff discussed the situation and came to the conclusion that it's impossible to operate the site solely on Bitcash earnings. Even if we have an alternative payment agency, the same phenomenon may occur again. Exactly. Until these fucking payment processors get slapped so fucking hard, like Javier Milei in Argentina has been slapping the fucking communists, this is not going to end. They are going to keep getting worse and worse. And again, manga is like the last thing that holds Japan afloat. If they lose that, bye bye business. You don't have anything else. Anything that's left from them is manga. Simple as that. Most of the money they make is from that manga. Video games, they are just collapsing. They are just receiving less and less, and even normies are waking up to this shit, and they are stopping being consumers for the most of the cases. Even what will happen with the Marvelous, the developers of, well, the company that developed Senran Kagura and how they keep cooking themselves out. But something I before even displaying this, because we already covered that this situation. Something that has been highlighted in this article was that these tweets came in time with manga library C. But hey, maybe it's something because manga library C is not the only company that got affected. So well, for first off, I want to share this with Grounds. So he said this. There are two shackles over manga and games right now. Two huge censorship vehicles that also push woke ideology, and Yoko Taro is calling one up today. The most obvious is is providers who have been stamping out anime artists and controlling creative freedom in Japan. And the second one is the SRB and PEGI, voluntary rating systems that have long outlived their usefulness and have been ideologically captured to push wokeness and censor games. Yeah, that's true. Even fucking Germany was forcing indie developers to slap that shit even if they are not going to release their game on console. They want to extend the government overreach to censor that. And just like, well, Germany wants to destroy themselves? Okay, whatever. But why will I want that in my region? It doesn't make sense. And yeah, he also he caught me off guard that he was followed by Yokotaro itself. Let me scroll here because he here is. Look, they are following Grumps and the CEO of Shifa, Kim Hyun Tai. They are not saying that much to win one side, but they are also calling the shots for what is creative of freedom, freedom of expression. And all that is important to succeed in this market that is entertainment as a whole. And since this is one of the main issues that payment processors need to be slapped on, because this one came after Manga Library C. So Melon Books isn't accepting the use of Visa and MasterCard in online store starting December 18th. This means it will be very hard to order doujinshi overseas. You can thank the car companies for ruining everything. And what's interesting in all of this, JCB didn't pull out. They are, even Melon books, they are not shutting down. Because if you don't know, the L side got encountered the same fucking issue. They also sell both hentai games and hentai content. And they found their ways to circumvent the fucking censorship, and while also stopping using credit cards, like Visa and Mastercard. And I need to repeat what I said with Mangal RSC. JCB pulling that out is like the government, they are colluding with these fucking US companies. Since Ken Nakamatsu has been vocal about fighting wokeness and defending freedom of creativity and expression, even defending the legacy content, they wanted to strike him down. It's a political attack at this point. I have to deduct on all of this situation. And Melon Books, well, it's another one. This is just is just insane. Of course, this is just the reaching point that those fucking payment processors that I already repeated that word many times. They are doing this damage to Japan, and when Japan if ends up being cocked out to the point of no return, South Korea will be the next one, or even if you are a Westerner who knows how to do this stuff, or even Easterns like that dude Romanian B, he's making a hentai game. Well, Eroji with good art that also replicates the good stuff from hentai along with the fetishes and all that. They can actually strike him down next, or every single one that they don't think like this, or they create something that is appealing to heterosexuality. Because even when it comes to adult content, look how they don't read about homosexuality, furry fetishes, bestiality, or gore. They are not attacking that. This is just a whole fucking big hypocrisy roaming around with Visa, MasterCard, and PayPal. The only way I can think if they have a survive is holding the line until the bitter end, and if Orange Man gets to notice shit and slap them, maybe this will actually fix a lot of problems. But I don't know. Something that it also needs to be highlighted in all of this shit show. These fucking payment processors are telling you how to spend your money. More than telling you, they are dictating how you do business, how you spend your money. And once you waste it and it's fucking work slop, they don't have problems with that, but because something that actually is likable and entertaining, they shut that down. Imagine having someone powerful to not allow you to use your own money, and even those fucking idiots. Why they are just not allowing to do business? It's like they don't even like money at all. How much until they also themselves allow this path to continue when they are not receiving money? And even since the economy is not in good shape and nobody wants to spend all that much in fucking slop from the West, at this point, well, it's going to get karma. I just hope they get sooner because this is just out of edge. This is just. I already came out with the words I wanted to say in all of this. So, what do you think? If you reach at the end of this video, I want to know what you think on all of this. So thanks for watching and I hope you have a pretty good weekend and please take care.